Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here. We are looking ahead to today's WNBA slate for the 25th of June. Hope you guys all had a pretty good night last night. Wasn't too bad for us. Most of our picks were pretty spot on. Finished with a 235 in my personal last night. So once again, I just want to say thank you for the thumbs up and everything like that on the video, and also thank you for hitting that subscribe button as well. If you guys are still not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. WNBA, NBA, MLB, we do a lot of advice videos for you guys, and it's all absolutely free. So, and like I said, if you guys can hammer that like button again, it definitely is appreciated as always. And like I said, it definitely shows the support. So, but yeah, we got a two gamer today. We have New York Liberty and Golden State Valkyrie, and then we got the Sun taking on the Aces. So, slightly two lopsided games. Obviously, Liberty Valkyries are slightly closer on paper. So yeah, let's dive into Liberty and Valkyrie here. So, Liberty. So we have to see what's going on with Sabrina Ionescu. Looks like she's probably gonna play in this one. We have not a probable tag, but likely that she's gonna play. Especially with that being a 9.5 spread. So don't mind that. The good thing here for the Valkyrie is this is a pace-up game for them. Liberty are ranked number 1 in the league in pace, 79.8, and Valkyrie are ranked 8th, 77.9. And also points per game, Liberty are first with 88, and Valkyrie only have 79. So, like I said, this could be a pace-up where it could be close and it pays out if you have a couple Golden State, or it could be a 10-15 point spread and kind of be terrible. So, but if you're going to target any games, this is probably the one I would target. So Sabrina Ionescu, like I said, is questionable. I think she's going to play. I'm really not high on the guards here for Golden State. I mean, Burton's not really a high usage player. She's okay, as you can see recently, but um, at 5'8", she's not really cheap. You know, there's other options that you go to, so I'm not really feeling her. Tiffany Hayes, same thing. She's in a half decent spot, but she really relies on her shooting. And like I said, with New York being one of the better teams, we'll have to see how that goes. Jonas, I think that's how you say it. Anyway, she's probably going to go back to the bench. She started last game against Seattle because of Sabrina Ionescu. With her going back to the bench, she's an okay flyer, I guess, at 18 to 19 minutes, but she just doesn't really do a ton off the bench. So that's kind of what we're going on there. If Carla's out, deep GPP only. Like this is if you're going crazy. Only if she's out, you can go Caitlin Chen. She didn't really do much last game, but she did get 20 minutes. And yes, I know it was a blowout, but like I said, um, if somebody's out, she might be able to do something. It's not showing up. 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. So she could be a deep flyer, but she's still 3,800. You know, she's not really the cheapest, but I could see here only if Carla is out here for Golden State. Um, and then forwards, it's going to be hard to get some of the big dogs in here. Stewart's expensive. Thornton, I don't mind her because Jaquil Jones is usually like the main one that's going to be on her. But interesting here, Timi, I think that's how you say it. I'm not going to say her last name. I will definitely mess it up. But she is coming back now from Great Britain. She wasn't over there too long, only 3 games worth. So if she starts here, I think you got to play her. I know it's not the greatest team to play against, but I mean, she, as you can see, when she was starting, 37, 50, 20, 27 started here. The only thing, like I said, same thing with Shepard is the conditioning. Are they going to start her and play her like they did Shepard? They have a ton of forwards. Golden State has a ton, so I wouldn't be surprised if the East are back in. Shepard, if she comes off the bench, I'm a little bit more hesitant because we don't know how much she's going to play. Yeah, she's players, but if she comes off the bench, they may only play her a couple minutes. If she starts, usually that means she's a half decent play, but she is 5,800, so that's the only cautious thing with me. If she comes off the bench, I really like Thornton. If she does start, I think it hurts Thornton slightly, just in a couple of the rebounds. But yeah, definitely keep an eye on Teamy here at 5,800. If she starts, like I said, she's worth a look. Then you got Salabali, not really a high usage rate. She's okay, but 5'7", once again, she had that one good game, 10 points, 9 rebounds, but like I said, the big thing with her is she needs to get her blocks and steals. So if she gets that, you're in a good spot. With Timmy coming back, I'm probably not gonna pick on her. Like I said, I'm not gonna say her name, but she's been really solid as well. But if Timmy comes back, really not feeling it. But like I said, they have a ton of forwards. Billings, they got even Bibby out here. Like Bibby's been balling. She'll probably her minutes will go bye bye, but she's been balling too. So that's why I'm saying I don't know if they're gonna play Timmy tonight. But Talbot, like I said, if Timmy starts, Talbot will probably be out of the starting lineup. So yeah, so kind of a recap from this one. Like I said, I don't mind Thornton, Stewart, and Anescu if you can afford them. Obviously, they're okay plays. Um, Sal Bally's all right. Teamy, as I mentioned. I don't really go Billings and Hayes much, but like I said, it's going to be one of the more competitive games, so you might have to have a couple from here. See how much Kennedy Burke's been playing. Kennedy Burke, maybe option, but like I said, with Sabrina Ionescu coming back, maybe not as much. But like I said, keep an eye on Caitlin Chen for a deep flyer, but that's mostly it from that one. Uh, Connecticut and Vegas, our last one of the night. We have a 159.5 and Aces by 18.5. So Connecticut's 2-12. I think they've lost what 6 in a row. They're not a fast-paced team. Vegas is kind of middle of the road pace, so that's why this total is so low. Um, Once again, it's expensive to get some of them in here. I guess if you want exposure at the higher end, Jackie Young, she could probably get you about 33 to 36 in this one. I just don't know how much exposure you want to these cheap guards for Connecticut. They're just not good. If you're going to pick in anyone, I think how you say her last name is Nye. She's only 3,900, but look, she's playing 24 and 26 minutes. She played 26 minutes even with Wilson being back. I get she didn't do much, 15, 16, 11. But on a slate like this where the value sucks really hard, you're going to have to take some sacrifices if you guys are going to do GPPs because it's just you're either going to have one or two, cheap people that you hope get you 14, 15, or you just go a steady lineup, which is a little harder. But like I said, she's not too bad in GPPs. Dan Evans got a couple more minutes last game, but I don't think she's really anything to look at. But she did get 17 minutes, so that's the big thing. If this one does become a blowout, maybe she gets 20 minutes like she did against Seattle. Even if she gets just 16 to 18, that's massive value for 3,500. So that's just GPP only for me. But like I said, if she gets you a couple steals, that's 6 points right there. So, but like I said, GPP. Moving on to the fourth position, Ajay Wilson. I mean, if you can get her in there, get her in there. But like I said, she's outrageous for good reason. Olivia Adoa, I think that's how you say her name. I really don't mind looking at her. She's not a really high usage person, which is good in this matchup. The only thing I don't like is her minutes, but like I said, this slate's not great. So you got to do all you can, and the only thing that's saving her is her steal upside and blocks. So if she's off, then you're screwed on her. Last time she faced Vegas, she only had 15, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. So she's an alright option. But once again, 5,600. And we got Morrow over here. Only played 15 minutes against Golden State. It was a slight blowout. That's might how it be tonight, and I just don't know how much she's gonna do. So she's okay at 4-7, but like I said, the matchup is horrendous. Not horrendous, but not the greatest. So you can look. You could, like I said, you can look at her. There's not much value here. So it's gonna be very interesting. See if I can even make you guys a rough draft. I mean, it's gonna be probably take a little bit. So we're gonna go GPP. We're gonna go put in Nye. Let's see. I really don't mind looking at Jackie. It's just so bad down here. I guess if you have to pick anyone, how's Natasha been doing? 558. I mean, if anyone, probably one of these Golden State, maybe Hayes or Burton. One of them might get you 20, 23. So I guess we'll go Burton in this one. She's has the assist upside, but not really good on the usage rate. And like I said, this is kind of where we need to know what's going on, if who's starting over there. for Golden State. But like I said, if she starts and she's playing a Teamy, then I will put her in there 100%. If she does not start, like I said, I really don't mind looking at Thornton. I want a little bit of exposure to this Golden State game. Um, like I said, Sabali's okay, but usage rate is really, really, really bad. Moro's okay. That's really it. It's gonna be man. This is an interesting slate, everybody. Um, you're just gonna have to take some sacrifices here. You can go to Malik Billion. She's been the higher usage rate out of this group, but her minutes have just gone down. And like I said, if this is a blowout, then who knows what she's gonna play. But she probably has the highest upside out of anybody on Golden State just because of her shooting ability. But like I said, it's not the greatest matchup. Last time she faced New York, only played 20 minutes, 10.7 rebounds, 2 assists. That's what I'm saying. I don't think she's. I don't know. She's really risky to me. I mean, not risky, but just not a lot of upside. You got Sabali or Oda. You got to pick one of them, I guess, and then that gives you 5,600. You could always get someone cheap like Moro. Um, that leaves you at 666 like that. I wouldn't. I mean, that's an okay lineup, but man, it looks a little rough tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna have to work through it a little bit. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And like I said, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Like I said, it was a little bit harder to make a lineup. This is a lot of top heavy and not a lot of value, unless you want to get someone that's going to get 7 points. You know what I'm saying? So once again, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. If you guys are not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Still about 35% of you guys are not subscribed, but also we did get a couple of subscribers yesterday, so that is always appreciated 100%. So, like I said, if you guys enjoyed the content, leave a like. It helps me out more than you guys know. It really does, and I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one.